Hello, you're welcome back. Today we're going to be teaching you how to make the Korean Kimbap, which is made up of rice, vegetables, and the toasted seaweed. So the Kimbap is known as Kim, which is the toasted seaweed, and the rice bap, which is a Korean version of the Japanese sushi. So right, we're going to be going straight to marinating the beef. We're going to be using 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. And we're going to mix it together and set aside for about 20 minutes to marinate. Here we have our rice. So we're putting little salt and a teaspoon of sesame oil, and we're going to mix it together so that it can have the flavor. Now we're going to be slicing our carrot. We're going to slice it diagonally first and then chop it into thin slices because that's supposed to add color to our kimbap. So we're going to season it now with little salt, mix it, and also set that aside. Now we're going to put our spinach into a hot boiling water for about a minute and then take it out and rinse under cold tap water. We're going to season it now with little salt and sesame oil and stir it together and also set that aside. So here we have our 2 large eggs. This we're going to be breaking and put little salt for flavor and whisk it together, and of course we're going to fry it. So here basically this egg is just to add add the color to our kimbap. So we're going to leave the egg to get cold and then roll it up and slice it thinly, not too chunky. And we're just going to set this aside also. So we're going to start frying our vegetables, and we're starting with the carrot with just little oil just to soften it a bit. You're going to fry it for about 2 minutes and then also set that aside. Now we're frying our marinated beef, which we've marinated for about 20 minutes. So we're just going to fry and leave it to get soft. You don't want to be eating raw beef. So we're going to leave it to fry on both sides. We're going to keep mixing it till it gets soft. And we're also going to set that aside when it's done. So let's get straight to business. So here we have our seaweed and the mat. So you might be wondering where we got ours from due to the scarcity or non-availability in Nigeria especially. So we got ours from the Iconic store on Instagram. She sells different K-food items. So if you really want to get your K-food items, you can actually patronize her. She's really affordable and reliable. But for those of us outside Nigeria, you can visit the Amazon store. I believe they have so many things that you can also get. So here there are 2 sides to the seaweed. We have the rough part and the shiny part. So the shiny part is supposed to be facing the mat, while the rough part is facing up, where you're going to be putting your rice and the other vegetables. So we're going to start by putting our rice and spreading it around, and you can leave about 2 inches space so that the beginning of the kim meets with the end, and to be easy for rolling, just spread the rice around and remember the 2 inches space. Now we're going to be arranging our vegetables. You can put it in whatever order you want. You don't necessarily, there's no particular format to doing that. So now we're going to be rolling our kimbap, and make sure that the beginning of the rice meets with the end of the other rice. So you just have to do it carefully like this. Then squeeze firmly so that everything incorporates. Lift up the mat and roll it forward, and also give it a firm squeeze. Roll again and give another firm squeeze. Roll it, squeeze. Roll again, squeeze. And then you can flip it upside down and roll it back, and also give it a firm squeeze so that everything sticks together. Let's open and see what we have. Yay, we have our kimbap. You can see how it looks, shining already and well rolled together. So let's keep that away and let's try another one. So let's keep this aside and try the one without the bamboo mat. It's still the same format. The only difference now is that we're not using the bamboo mat. So you just have to be careful while doing this. So we're going to roll it the same way we did with the one with the bamboo stick, but we just need to be very careful this time around because we have nothing supporting it. So you just have to use your hand and support it. Remember the edge meeting with the other edge, and then you squeeze firmly, very firmly. And then you're going to roll it again and squeeze firmly again. Be very careful, because you have nothing supporting it. So just squeeze firmly. So here we have our kimbap without the mat. You can see it still came out all right, but not as nicely done as the one with the mat. But if you ask me, I would still say I prefer the one with the bamboo mat because it looks more firm than the one without the bamboo mat. But who cares, it still came back anyways, and it will still come out chewy and nice. So now we're going to be using some sesame oil to coat the kimbap to come out more shiny, to give it that shiny look. And we're going to sprinkle some sesame seed on it to give it a nice look. Doesn't it look beautiful already? We have our kimbap. Yay! So now we're going to be slicing our kimbap, and we need to oil both sides of the knife with some sesame oil to avoid it sticking together with the kimbap. You don't need to cut it too big or too slim, just moderate enough to get into your mouth at once. So this is our kimbap without the mat. So we're cutting it separately because it's a delicate kimbap, so we need to be careful with it. So this is our kimbap without the bamboo stick. Well, it still came out nice, so you don't necessarily need to bother about the bamboo stick if you don't have one. But if you have it, well, you need to use it.